church that brings me closer to my Savior. Little bit of heaven, a whole lot of love left behind.
Good morning and Rise and Shine Franklin County on this Wednesday morning. And if you remember back to last week, we talked with Assistant Town Manager and CEO of the Harvester Performance Center, Matt Hankins, about all of the things going on at the Harvester Performance Center. And he talked about some of the numbers that he had been looking at in regards to the Harvester Performance Center. And we told you that we would be on location this week. I hope you enjoyed our show on Monday at Franklin County High School. We've got two familiar faces on to talk with us on this Wednesday, hosts of Hanging at the Harvester. If you guys would introduce yourself, and for all those people who've been living under a rock, definitely by this point, your role with the Harvester.
Hi, I'm Rex Norris. I'm box office manager here at the Harvester.
And I'm Matt Hankins. I'm the CEO, occasional mopper, janitor.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Well, Rex, it seems like every show that we have for Rise and Shine, I tell somebody to give you a call if they don't know what show that they want to see, that you're the man who will find to fit their type of music that they like.
Yeah, if they can give me an idea of what type of thing they like, I try to help them with that. Or refer them to the website, because we always put videos up. But as you can see behind us, all the world's a stage.
I can remember back to about 5 years ago, right around this time of year, we had our first volunteer meeting. The folks who showed up, who, Sheila Silverstein, our general manager, had recruited, who reached out to. I think we'd done some social media things, and we got quite a few local people, quite a few Roanoke and Salem people who wanted to be a part of what we're doing here. And Rex was part of that first volunteer meeting.
Yes,
he showed his music knowledge, and like, we got to work with this guy. And I'm really glad that we did. It's been such a pleasure over the last 5 years for Rex to be able to guide so many people into, hey, this is the kind of music that you're going to like. Here's the show that you need to see. It's just amazing how much music knowledge he has. The music collection. I don't know how much music the man's got, but you can guarantee it's a lot.
Absolutely.
More than I can ever listen to.
And one of the things we always tell you to watch Hanging at the Harvester, and you're going to hear these two guys talk about all the upcoming acts that are coming to the Harvester Performance Center. They're going to drop all sorts of knowledge bombs on you about the music industry, who people have played with, the music they've played, just to kind of jog your memory and get you excited about shows coming to the Harvester Performance Center. But today we're going to be taking a little bit different look. We're not necessarily going to be talking about specific shows that are coming to the Harvester Performance Center. We're going to be talking about the Harvester Performance Center as kind of that economic driver here for Rocky Mountain. I'm going to start with Rex. Rex, you get to be face-to-face with folks coming in, buying tickets, talking to them on the phone.
Right.
Now, what are folks saying about the Harvester Performance Center?
That they found their new favorite, place to see a show. Between the great volunteers and how they're treated, the great sound, the comfortable seats, the ease of parking, there's no traffic jams. I mean, they say, this is the greatest place, and I hate going anywhere else to see anybody.
Absolutely, and we can understand why. If you haven't saw a show here at the Harvester Performance Center, and you live in Rocky Mountain or you live in Franklin County, you definitely need to come out to these shows. There are shows happening all the time.
All the time.
We're just through the first, just wrapped up the first quarter of the year, and the number of shows that you guys have had already is just astonishing, and the number of sold-out shows you guys have had.
Oh, we know. We're pretty well wore out.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit, you told us last week when you were talking with us on Rise and Shine, you've kind of been crunching some of the numbers and just taking a broader look at the impact the Harvester has had. So what have you been able to find?
Yeah, well, we look at, where are people coming from? Where are the zip codes that people are buying tickets from? And I haven't given those numbers to town council yet, but I'll talk in some big broad terms. In a typical month, we have about 240 to 250 zip codes that are represented by our ticket buyers. That's pretty amazing. A lot of those are Virginia, but we have a lot that are outside of Virginia. Obviously most of what our impact is from outside of Franklin County. I mean, we have close to 200 shows a year, and we can't expect, the majority of our business to be just Rocky Mountain, Franklin County. That's not what the Harvester was intended to do. The Harvester was intended to bring people in from outside of our community so they can come here and shop. They can stay overnight. They can eat in our restaurants. If you want to talk about impact of the Harvester, go talk to Tommy and Jody at Ippy's. They'll
Right.
tell you what the Harvester's done. Go talk to Buddy at Buddy's Barbecue. Go talk to the folks at El Rio or El Rodeo. They'll tell you that people are stopping from out of town to come and see shows here at the Harvester, but they're eating while they're here. Go talk to the Holiday Inn and the Baymont Inn and
Baymont
Suites.
Suites,
They'll tell you people are coming here for music. Some are coming for multiple shows, not just for, say, when we have a run like Blackberry Smoke did, where we have 3 nights and you have people coming in who want to reserve rooms. We had one guy who knew ahead of time that Blackberry Smoke was going to be here, and so he booked most of the early inn across the street. But when you have that sort of impact, it's really hard to ignore. And folks, we're going through the budget process now. Our town manager, James Irvin, has put together some really good analysis for town council, letting them know that, we are having a huge impact on the economy, and we're reducing our spending on the town side for the Harvester. So it's a net positive. When you look at the economic activity, you look at what the town's investing, the town's coming out well ahead. So we're really happy with that result. It's doing exactly what it was designed and intended to do, and we just couldn't be happier. Well, we could be happier. We could sell out every show, but we're not really going to be able to do that. A lot of our shows are routing stops, so people have to. If a band's going between Baltimore and Atlanta and they need somewhere in the middle, they're going to stop at our place, but they're going to do it maybe on a Tuesday night instead of a weekend night. So
Right. Every show can't be a weekend night.
So we do everything that we can to try to fill our place as often as we can. We have sometimes as many as 8 or 9 shows a week. Those really wear us out, but we do it because we can get the artist and we think we can sell the tickets and be profitable at it.
And we try to shine a light on Franklin County and Rocky Mount to tell both the artists and the patrons that are coming here what's so special about our town. We have a small area where we have pamphlets and brochures for a lot of other things in town.
Yeah, we want them to visit the shops or the museums or the bowling
happy
alley or the go-kart track.
Right, we're always happy to help out with things like that too. And to give opportunities for local and regional artists to play on a world-class stage.
Yeah, and that's one of the most fulfilling things that we've been able to do. Even, think back, when we opened 5 years ago, Jerry Douglas was one of our openers of that first weekend, who's been back, 4 times now, 4 or 5 since then, both as Jerry Douglas and as a member of Earls of Leicester. Well, who opened for him that weekend that he was here the first time? We have 3 music students and music instructors from Downtown Music, Alex Young and Ethan Power and Jacob Crawford. And now Crawford and Power are out touring as Crawford and Power and opening for people like the Marshall Tucker Band and Travis Tritt and other performers like that. And they started as a group right here on our stage. We're tickled that we've been able to help launch a career like that. We look forward to launching many other careers. We like being able to support our local artists like After Jack and Roger Handy and some of the really great performers that have a fantastic sound. You're not going to hear anywhere else that have that real Franklin County flavor.
Yeah, and you're getting ready to start, as we said, you're getting ready to start your 6th year, wrapping up your 5th year of operation here at the Harvester Performance Center. And kind of looking down the road, what do you think the next 5 years holds for the Harvester? Because it seems like every time we think the Harvester has reached that peak, they've got this artist, they've sold out 3 or 4 shows in a row, you guys come out with something else that just pushes the experience to that next level. And I know a lot of this is just hypothesizing, but what does the Harvester look like in 5 years?
We want to continue doing what we do best, providing a unique experience to our patrons, continue with the great volunteer experience, the way they're treated from the time they buy the ticket to coming in the door until they leave. But as far as on the artist side, bigger and better. I mean, I think as our reputation spreads, it'll get easier not only to have returning artists, but their friends, and maybe that one-off where, hey, we haven't played a little place in a long time, but we keep hearing great things about this place in Virginia.
Yeah, it'll be a lot like the last 5 has been, in that you'll have people like people who are legends, like Merle Haggard. Merle was here on this stage, and he said, "I think I've had more people in my living room." Willie Nelson's people said he hasn't played a place this small since the late '70s.
Right.
When you hear legends choosing to play here, there's a reason why. And part of that is the word of mouth with the artist. Merle went back to Nashville, and he told Willie Nelson, and he told Jamie Johnson,
right.
"You got to go play this place in Virginia." Well,
Right.
Jamie's people were on with us, and that show, I think, was booked in less than a day
Right.
after
Right.
Merle told him that.
And Greg Allman had told Warren Haynes, so Government Mule came here. And I mean, it's just, and I think that helped us get Blackberry Smoke.
It did.
I mean, because Gary had tried for a long time to get them. So it just, the longer you're here, the more your reputation precedes you, and you find it a little easier.
Well, there will be some physical changes to the building. We're always trying to improve things. We just added showers downstairs in the green room. We've not had showers. We didn't include it as part of the original construction, but now we have showers for the artists. So it's even more comfortable space, which means we're not spending as much on hotel rooms.
And a washer and dryer.
Which frees up hotel space for other patrons who are planning to come here. But now they can do laundry while they're here. We can do laundry for the event instead of having to take it out and have it done. Or taking it home, as all of us have done, and putting our washers and dryers at home. So there will be some physical changes. We'll probably have to do some painting and just some touch-ups here and there. You want to keep your look fresh. We are working on a new website, so that'll be a new experience for folks. It'll be a cleaner representation of what we have coming up here at the Harvester, and we'll make navigating a little easier for folks who are from out of town and who want other things to do while they're here in the community. So we'll be rolling that out here hopefully in the next 2 or 3 months. I know they're working on it now, and we'll look forward to seeing those results. I don't want to be a downer, but you asked the question. We're probably going to see some personnel changes over that time. Gary Jackson, when he first started out with us, he's been here since 2013. He said, "I'm probably going to give you 8 to 10 years." We're in that window. You may not see Matt Hankins as the CEO of the Harvester anymore. Our town manager is within a couple of years of retirement. I think he's got a countdown clock on his wall, and he reminds me how many months he's got to go. At least every other week. So if I'm fortunate enough that council elevates me to be the next town manager, I'm probably not going to be able to handle the day-to-day responsibilities, and we'll have to have another at least chief operating officer of the Harvester. I don't know that I want to let go of the CEO title, but as a lot of folks tell me, it's your baby.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
And I really don't want to stop working with these wonderful people as often as I can. But there'll be some changes in how we do business. It won't be apparent to our customers, or fans here. We're going to be just as seamless as we can be, but we want to carry on. We've got some plans in place about what we can do for continuing to book great shows and have great artists come here. A lot of that is reputation, and a lot of times your reputation comes down to, does the check clear? And we make sure that our check's clear, and we make sure that we have a great experience for the artist every time that they come here. And they tell us, the green room experience is better than anybody else's. It's just like being at home.
Right. I don't know how many times they've said, we've never been treated this well. Especially bands on the way up, that they're used to maybe a janitor's closet to dress in or something. They don't really get anything fancy. And
we've had them tell us, I changed in a kitchen last night.
Right.
We want to treat folks better.
But here, whether we cater for them or whether they get food from a local restaurant, they're treated, as we would want to be treated.
That's exactly right. It's counted as part of a show expense. We want to make sure that we've got great hospitality. That means that we get to use some of the restaurants here. We've had some really great partners over the years. Ippy's has been outstanding, but we've had food from practically every restaurant here in Rocky Mount. We'll continue to support those local businesses as much as possible. When folks tell us, what should I do while I'm here in Rocky Mount? We tell them, go walk the downtown. It's a short walk, but you've got some really great shops here, some fun things to do. Go enjoy Rocky Mount. And Yeah, we get really positive feedback. You know, Rex, Sheila, Gary, Shelley, Darren, all the folks here who are here on a regular basis, do a really great job of engaging our fans and letting them know what Rocky Mount has to offer.
Absolutely. And so we get ready to wrap up our interview here. We just wanted to give you that kind of a top-down look at the Harvester Performance Center. We don't want you to forget every Monday night, 7 p.m., a new episode of Hanging at the Harvester with these guys. Lots of fun, lots of music talk, and that's where you're going to find out about the newest shows coming to the Harvester Performance Center, all the history, all the connections that are important. But as we get ready to wrap up this interview, I'm going to throw this question out to both of you. You can both take it. One of you can take it. We've talked about how well you treat the artists. We've talked about folks coming in from out of town. But this is a place that I think has got to the point after 5 years where people in Rocky Mount, people in Franklin County, we may be getting to that point where we're starting to take the Harvester for granted, that you have all of these great shows. So what can folks in the community do to help make the Harvester even that much of a cornerstone of Franklin County and Rocky Mount?
We realize that they can't come to every show. I mean, nobody can. I'm the only one that's here all the time. But anyway, and I'm not going anywhere. But don't miss an opportunity, especially, I mean, I hate to say it, but older artists, I mean, it may be the last opportunity you get to see them. And it's a unique experience, even if you've already seen them. I mean, even if you've seen Ronnie Millsap before, you haven't seen him on our stage.
Right. Folks who see our post on Facebook, share those with your friends. Say, come see us in Rocky Mount. Hey, aren't you a fan of this artist? Bring those folks in from out of town. Help us recruit people who are going to come here and spend money.
Keep giving us feedback too, what you want to see.
The more outside money we have spent here, the better our economy gets. A lot of that money does go out to the artists as we write their paychecks, but there's a lot of it that stays here. When folks go to the hotels, they go to the restaurants, they go to the shops, they're leaving money here. That's improving our economy. It's securing and adding jobs. We've been fortunate to support now close to 100 jobs by what we're doing here and the economic activity that has increased as a result of us being here. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes me happy. I'm very much about job creation, and anytime we get a big industrial announcement, that's great. But I really like it when the small businesses are adding people, when the restaurants are opening and giving people the opportunity to come and work and earn a living. That makes me feel great.
And hopefully more and more people will decide that they can kind of piggyback off what we do and bring in other businesses. We need more restaurants. We need more shops.
Tommy and Jody from Ippy's came and talked to town council last week, or now 2 weeks ago, and they let them know that yes, they want more restaurants here in Rocky Mount. So we're looking at forming an arts and culture district along North Main Street that will provide some incentives for new restaurants to locate there. I'm meeting tomorrow with Virginia's Blue Ridge. They've got someone, a staff member now, dedicated to trying to go out and bring new hotels and new lodging to the Roanoke region. And so I'm going to work with them on, how can we reach out, other than what we've already done, to try to bring in hotel groups and hotel operators here, because we need at least one more hotel in a high visibility location.
Right.
We need some investment in our downtown. We need some of our businesses that have decided that, yes, my building has become more valuable now that the Harvester's here and I'm going to sell it. We need investors to be able to buy those and put businesses in them. So we're looking at every angle that we can to try to improve our economy here. And look forward to feedback. You guys over the last week or so since I last appeared with you have been putting up some really great questions on Cable 12, trying to get feedback from folks. And some of the answers are outrageous and they're just never going to happen. Sure. Some are really good and we'd like to try those out. So we love being able to get ideas from folks, and we'll certainly take some of those ideas and run with them.
Plenty of opportunities on both 40 and 220.
Yep.
As well as downtown.
And we love to see businesses downtown, but we really love to see them in Rocky Mount regardless of where they locate.
Absolutely. And we could sit here and talk all day about the Harvester Performance Center and what an asset it is to Rocky Mount and to Franklin County and even to our region. But now it's time for you to visit harvester-music.com, 540 Guitars. Give this man a call here. We tell you every show to give him a call or come in. Every Tuesday through Friday.
Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4.
Hey, you can talk with them and buy your tickets right in person if you're not a fan of the internet or you just want to come and visit with Rex. It's hard to tell. You may even see Matt here but just come and get your tickets. And we want to congratulate you guys for 5 highly successful years and looking for bigger and better things out of the Harvester over the next couple years.
Thank you. We
look
couldn't have
forward
done
to
it without Cable 12.
That's exactly right. We look forward to doing it.
Absolutely. Again, every Monday night, 7 p.m., hanging at the Harvester with Rex and Matt, and great things going on. That's going to wrap up our Wednesday edition of Rise and Shine. We hope that you're enjoying our Rise and Shine on the road this week. At the high school on Monday, we're here at the Harvester. You're going to have to tune back in on Friday to see what we've got up our sleeves Friday morning live at 7 a.m. with more Rise and Shine right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
I'm gonna ride down the river, see corn on the meadow, blueberry jelly on the vine. There's a little country church that brings me closer to my Savior. Little bit of heaven,